So, there. That's it. We're doing the damn thing. So we're back to YouTube.
There you go.
I've got it all shared around. Got everything going. Hopefully we won't get kicked off of here. That would be great. And I think we're just gonna have to test the waters as we go, because we're still streaming on Facebook as well, right?
Still streaming on Facebook.
Yep.
Not much going on in Kick there. I want to take some of our stuff away from Kick.
There's Greg in the chat.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
There's Greg in
Kick
the YouTube chat.
What's up, Greg?
Outstanding.
It's good to see you there.
Don't forget to like and subscribe down below.
What's up?
Been a long time since we've been able to say that.
But yeah, I got out. JDHS Crimson Bears football made the triumphant return to Adair Kennedy Memorial Park at Riley Ritchie Memorial Football Field and utterly spanked, beat the goddamn brakes off of the East High Thunderbirds with a final score of 41-22.
Like I said, I live right on the other side of the football field, and it was every 5 minutes. Touchdown, Crimson Bears!
Yeah.
This guy, I had to listen to this asshole all day.
Years since the Crimson Bears split and they went to Thunder Mountain and there were two football teams. And for the longest time, we also changed our name from the Crimson Bears over to the Huskies.
Right.
Now, of course, I was still supporting my team, but I hated the name. I hated the feeling that my Crimson Bears were gone.
Right.
And then one glorious day, the schools came back together and merged once again to become the JDHS Crimson Bears. And we took to the field one more time. Now again, back to dominate the Cook Inlet Football Conference and take back what is rightfully ours, the state championship of Alaska.
And you guys, the Crimson Bears, they smoked the hell out of East High today too.
Yeah, smoked them.
Just stomped them.
JV, varsity, we are back.
Stars of gold on the field of blue, Alaska's flag may it be to you. The blue of the sea, the evening sky, the mountain lakes and the flowers divine. The gold of the early Salgo Street, the precious gold of the hills and streams, the brilliant stars in the northern sky, the bear, the dipper and shining high, the great North Star will stand in live land and sea. Alaska's flag to Alaskan steel, the simple flag of the last frontier.
Oi! Yo, let's go. It's been such a long time since we've done that intro on YouTube, and I'm totally stoked, even though we've got like one viewer. But it's okay. It doesn't. Two people.
That's all we need.
That's awesome.
That's all we need.
That's really all we need. We don't really care. So check it out. We've got a lot to talk about. The race for the Alaska governor 2026 is on. And so far, we have a handful of people, including Clark Bishop, Adam Crum, Nancy Dahlstrom, Edney DeVries, is that like DeVry University? Shelley Hughes, and Bernadette Wilson. All of them Republicans. But now, someone else has deposited their 25 cents into the game, and a new challenger approaches.
Senate Minority Leader Tom Begich has entered into the race for governor, making him the first member of the Democratic Party for the 2026 election. He filed a letter of intent to run with the Alaska Public Offices Commission. Begich served in the Senate representing Anchorage from 2017 to 22, becoming the minority leader in 2019. This brings the number of candidates to governor up to 9.
Yep.
9.
Yep, 9.
9.
9 people are in the race. Now, he says after years of divisiveness stagnating in Alaska, it's time for leadership that listens. understands where we have come from, and has a clear vision for where we can go. I believe we can turn Alaska around. We can bring hope and opportunity back to our state. We can unify our cultures and communities, and together we can build our future around the shared values that make Alaska unique, Begich said in a press release. But the Republican side may not be finished, because U.S. Senator Lisa Murkowski has said that she's considering it, and Attorney General Treg Taylor has also talked about being a possible contender, as he will resign later this month after more than 3 years as the state's top lawyer.
I did see that. I saw Treg was ready to run for governor.
Right.
But Lisa has actually stated that maybe I might come home and run for governor.
Maybe.
Lisa Murkowski.
Right.
Because you know she's probably going to get voted out on this next cycle.
Right. Yeah. And Treg Taylor's also apparently super Mormon. So I guess we'll see how that influences his candidacy. Also,
these guys with the crazy underwear, man.
Yep. Also, Russian President Vladimir Putin was here last week with his big meeting with Donald Trump, and we'll get into all of that a little bit later. But while Putin was here, a curious thing happened to a random Anchorage citizen.
It's been a question of why.
Because they don't know me, I don't know them.
For days after Bird Creek resident Mark Warren was given this new Ural motorcycle from Russian President Vladimir Putin following the summit last week. This letter here from the embassy of the Russian Federation in the U.S., calling it an act of giving with no explanation as to why.
It's so absolutely astronomically random that it was hard for me to understand why this happens. Matter of fact, I still don't know why.
The story, though, with Warren and the bike starts more than a week before the summit, after he says Russian state journalists initially made contact with him while he was riding his own Ural motorcycle through downtown Anchorage.
And that they were interested in why I had the bike and what I was doing. It was purely just information about the bike, why I bought it, and about what I did to fix it up.
Days later, he says the journalist called him saying their story went viral. Then more days passed and another call came.
We want to give you a bike, a new motorcycle, a new Ural, and that it was on base. And I said, call me when it's off base. Because at this point, I just felt this is so random and so strange that I felt apprehensive about this being actually really going to happen.
Warren and his wife later meeting up with Russian embassy consulates and members of the media to receive the bike. Did you ever have any second guesses of maybe I should not accept this gift?
No.
No.
Why so?
No.
I don't think it. If I was accepting this gift for some nefarious purpose or for some favor or something else that I had to do to interact with them, I would definitely not do it.
The reason, though, why he was chosen,
but this was just a purely random act,
is still unclear. Georgina Fernandez, Alaska's news source.
No, it's not random at all.
Okay.
It's not random at all, goddamn it.
Okay.
It's not random at all, goddamn
So
it.
to me, it's clear. It's propaganda at the very least. It gives Russia something to toot their horn about back home, because this gets picked up by media sources here, and then, what's an act of giving? And then back in Russia, they see it, and, so that this is how that shit gets fucking picked up.
Yeah, I know. It's like Vladimir Putin giving just a wonderful gift to somebody
Look at
that
how
he just
generous
met
he
in
is.
Alaska. But you know what? My conspiracy brain is going off, because I remember Donald Trump saying, "I'm going to Russia to meet Putin," and I went, "Excuse me?"
He said it 3 times.
We are going where? Russia. Where? Russia. No.
What?
No, this is Alaska. Are you gonna you're gonna offer
Are you
up,
gonna give
aren't
us
you?
to
You're
You're
gonna
gonna
offer
give
us
us to
up.
Russia?
You're gonna offer us up. That's why this guy's out here
Son of a
getting a
bitch.
freaking bike, because Vladimir Putin's all like, I'm gonna give one of my guys a bike. And it's like, they're not so bad. Enjoy your new Russian overlords, Alaska. No fucking way.
Right.
Interesting story, Georgina. And Alaska's news source reached out to the Russian embassy in D.C. asking why the bike was gifted, but we have not heard back just yet. We'll keep you updated.
No.
So
I want to know. Don't take the bike. Don't take the bike. You get it. Thanks for the gift, but no thanks.
Right. So last week, right? Last week, President Trump, right? He met with Vladimir Putin
in Alaska,
right here in Anchorage, Alaska. Yes, that's right. You're welcome. I mean, we're not in Anchorage, but it's here in Alaska. Yes, that's right.
Alaska.
That's right.
Us.
Yes, right. So the idea was to secure a ceasefire from the Russians in Ukraine. However, President Donald Trump failed to secure an agreement from Vladimir Putin on last Friday to end Russia's war in Ukraine, falling short in his most significant move yet to stop the bloodshed, even after rolling out the red carpet, using U.S. troops down on their fucking knees for the man who started it all.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. That was very profound. And I will say that I believe we had a very productive meeting. There were many, many points that we agreed on. Most of them, I would say, a couple of big ones that we haven't quite gotten there, but we've made some headway. So there's no deal until there's a deal.
No deal.
No deal.
Until there's a deal.
Until there's a deal. Strange.
Right. So Trump, who for fucking years has balked at American support for Ukraine.
Now, wasn't this the same guy who went out there waving his tiny little dick around? Hey, son!
Yeah,
right?
That guy.
Saying that
guy.
There are going to be severe consequences if we don't get a ceasefire.
What's up, Derek?
And then he didn't get a ceasefire, and he's like, it's okay, it's cool.
Didn't get a ceasefire. Yeah.
Little pussy ass bitch.
Right. So Trump, who for years has balked at American support for Ukraine, and it has expressed admiration for Putin, has pledged confidently to bring about an end to the war on his first day back in the White House, right? 7 months later, after berating Zelensky in the Oval Office and the stanching flow of some U.S. military assistance to Kyiv, Trump could not bring Putin to even pause the fighting as his forces make gains on the battlefield. The U.S. president had then offered Putin both a carrot and a stick, issuing threats of economic sanctions on Russia, while also extending a warm welcome at Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson in Anchorage. But he appeared to walk away without any concrete progress on ending the war in Ukraine, now in its fourth year. Instead, he hands Putin long-sought recognition on the international stage after years of Western efforts to make him a pariah over the war and his crackdown on dissent, and forestalled the threat of additional U.S. sanctions.
No, you don't know what you're talking about, man. You just some stupid libtard on the internet, on the YouTubes.
I don't even know what that means.
Donald Trump did a masterful job in his negotiating with Vladimir Putin, and I'm pretty sure the war is going to end within the next.
Relax, guy.
Yeah.